other states. But at the moment, VAP is the main law that specifically deals with FGM as a criminal offense in Nigeria. Specifically the VAP Act, but there are other references even in the Constitution, Chapter 4, Fundamental Human Rights, Freedom from Torture. So it can be interpreted widely to include FGM, but specifically, no.
What approach is most appropriate to stemming these menace?
I see it as everybody comes to the table. At the moment, the advocates are involving the traditional leaders, community influencers, religious leaders, people who are the pillars of community practices. We cannot force people to let go of their beliefs, however good the effect will be when they leave them. So we have to negotiate. It's a roundtable approach. Talk to them, make cases, show them videos of people whose lives have become more complicated, design our advocacy in a way that it appeals to their emotions, bring the examples home, and have that conversation going. We should not relent, because the moment you relent, you miss a generation, and it all comes back even wilder than it was. So I don't see it as a war. I see it as a bargaining table where everybody comes and shows their reason and tie it to their experiences, because whether I like it or not, some of them have lost their family members to these acts, but they are in denial that, oh, they'll probably ascribe it to the gods took her, it was somebody's thing. No, but it's a really, really terrible experience for the woman's body and her future. A lot of trauma, PTSD attached to it, and some of these women become frightened of sexual relations. They just turn off a lot of things. Some of them lose their mental balance. So I believe that we can all sit around the table and make a case for it. It shouldn't be a war. It should be a negotiation point, and it can be done.
Is justice enough for victims and survivors of this harmful practice?
I believe that it's necessary to have healing circles where generations sit down and talk about this, how it affected them, and actually apologize to each other. Like, I did it because I saw my mother do it. So litigation is not the solution to this, because people require healing. Litigation doesn't give you healing, it gives you a sense of justice. A sense of justice is not going to make these women feel better. They need to heal. So I would suggest going down the restorative justice approach, where we have healing circles in our communities. We come together as intergenerational women and we speak about it, and we apologize to each other and make a stand that it should not carry on because of the effect it had on us.
Could there be cogent reasons?
There's an association of people whose generation have done the business of FGM, and it's tied to their livelihood. So they too, they came up with their own advocacy point that people should find an alternative livelihood for them. Otherwise, they're going to keep perpetrating it. So there's no one approach. There's multiple approach. Yes. So create alternative livelihoods for the people who have generationally practiced this as a business. Then secondly, be real about the negative consequences of